Reduce, reuse, and recycle. Those are the words we should all be living by. In school, each classroom has a recycling bin, and you might even have one at home. But why is recycling so important? Well, today we're going to be talking about how recycling conserves. Oh, wait. Why is it so important? Today we're going to be talking about how it conserves energy and natural resources, reduces air and water pollution, and how it creates jobs. Digging into our first topic, we're going to be talking about how extracting raw materials takes up lots of energy and how recycling reduces the amount of energy that is used. For example, the process of making usable aluminum takes up lots of heat and energy that can be restored when we recycle. When it's recycled, it can be remelted and cleaned, which saves a lot of energy. AmericanGeosciences.org tells us that it saves about 94% of the energy that would be used otherwise. We know that recycling is important, but why exactly is it so important? Because when we're using less energy, it less CO2 is being put into our air, which means less pollution and less greenhouse gases. Speaking of pollution, recycling reduces pollution that is put into our air. EDC.gov tells us that by substituting steel scrap for virgin ore, reduces air emissions by 85% and water pollution by 76%. This is important because Earth can't stand the effects of pollution forever. If we take a look into the future, it's the year 2065. Plastic is everywhere, animals is a rare sighting, and natural habitats are destroyed. The reason that this is occurring is because of pollution and because people didn't recycle enough in the past. Not to mention landfills. Landfills are a big part of why pollution is such a big deal and why recycling should be talked about more. Not only is it good for our environment, but it's also good for society. Recycling programs creates lots of jobs like sorters, drivers, and managers and things like that. Although recycling isn't limited to tossing a bottle into the right can, it can also be clothing. Recycling clothing is the process of upcycling or creating new clothing using old clothing. According to the ZoeReport.com, repurposing textiles is a lot different than repurposing glass and metal and plastic bottles. Upcycling is upcycling is the form of recycling clothing, and thrift stores is a good way that we do this. Thrift stores are a way to resell clothes for cheaper, which is a form of recycling clothing without actually getting rid of it. We've all heard about how important it is to recycle, and now we know why it's so important. Today we talked about how it conserves energy and natural resources, reduces pollution and greenhouse gases, and the job opportunities that recycling creates. Remember to toss that can into the recycling bin and don't forget to reduce, reuse, and recycle.